Hello, my name is Danielle, and this is my story. I was raised in the beautiful Rocky Mountains of Montana and had everything that a young girl could want. I remember, though kind of crumbling under the peer pressure of others around me. There were some dark nights that I remember waking up and not knowing where I was at. I went from just drinking to being an alcoholic, to drinking on school field trips, to doing drugs, and then pretty soon I was arrested for dealing drugs.
I grew up in a very broken family with a very broken background. I felt rejected by my biological father because he wasn't around. I ended up getting in trouble a lot with the law, and I remember just thinking, I'm a bad person, I'm a criminal. I remember my cousin hands me a gun. It was a .357. He loaded it, and he said, when the officer approaches the car, it's your turn to kill a cop. It felt like time stopped. And I heard a voice tell me this: put the gun down. As I was in jail, looking up, I remember thinking this thought for a moment, just thinking, God, if you're real, get me out of this. My probation officer, who was a Christian, found out that my mom was a brand new believer, and together they found a place called Teen Challenge.
I was 21 years old and I was helping out at the young men's facility. And Joe came up to me one day and he said, I'm gonna marry you someday. He was following me around that afternoon and flirting with me, and I turned around and I pushed him up in an air conditioner and I said, hey, I'm not looking for a little boy, I'm looking for a man, and a godly man. So you're gonna have to be that. And I turned around and walked away. And God started to knit us together through prayer. And God started to work on side of my heart and told me that he was the man.
We had figured out that we wanted to do life together and start a family. And we came to an agreement that we wanted to start this newly married life in Montana. Doing youth ministry was fun and it was great in Montana. But I just remember just after doing that for a couple years, I became very frustrated. I felt like God had more for us. Just in that moment of just confusion and looking for direction and really seeking God, he told me some things, and what he told me was this. He said, Joe, I'm calling you to go start a church in Las Vegas. So we fast forward through this whole thing, and we're now married for 10 years. We've been in Las Vegas. We started a church called Relentless Church, and it's been 2 years. And this whole call of God in our lives would have never been possible if we wouldn't have stepped into the doors of Teen Challenge and realized that God didn't just want to save us. Right. He didn't just want to free us, but that he also had a call for us.
Yes. And that he was rewriting our story so that we could help rewrite the stories of other people's lives.
Our story isn't over.